Good morning, what's up? I'm Dave Boyer, aka Mr. Boyer, aka the Swamp Man. Up bright and early, trying to summit Guadalupe Peak in Guadalupe Mountains National Park. Pretty excited about this. This is my attempt at my third national park, third high point of a state. Checking the trail sign here. Making sure I'm heading the right way right from the beginning. But so yeah, possibly my 33rd state high point. But you know, that's not what's really so special about this one. I'm 10 months post-surgery on ACL replacement, meniscus tear repair on my right knee. It's been a long journey to get to this point. Just 2 years ago, the last high point I climbed was Wheeler Peak in New Mexico. Actually a pretty similar trail to this. Starts about 5,000 feet higher than this. It finishes about 5,000 feet higher than this, but same distance, same elevation gain. But I went into that like super confident about my body. I was in great shape. It really worked to get to that point. Can't forget to stop and enjoy the beauty here too. And I've had some bumps in the road in this recovery, so not quite as confident, but I am confident I'm going to make this summit today. I'll find a way. But if I am successful, God, that's gonna feel great. I feel like I'm back on the road to doing all the things that I love. Maybe not playing soccer. At least my wife says I can't. That's how I blew out my knee. But getting out and doing the adventures that I really need. I mean, it's all about my mental health. I find peace out on trails, mountains and swamps, really any ecosystem, any chance to get out and see this beautiful earth. Done some good hiking just in the past couple of days on this trip, but this will definitely push me harder. Expect really high winds today. I'm sure that'll make the audio you know, not great to listen to, but I'll still film some segments and try to show what this journey's like. Got started just a couple minutes after 6 a.m. So that's pretty good. Left El Paso this morning around 4:15. Really lucky that my wife lets me do this. She's got our 2 daughters cooped up in a hotel room while I have the rental car. So many things I'm grateful for in life. Yeah, my family is definitely that too. This first mile and a half is what everybody says is actually the kind of killer. Just sort of starts off and immediately goes for some steep elevation gain, which I think is great. Like, I'd rather get that kind of out of the way, try to head up to the ridge line and then scramble over to the summit. But I'm gonna go ahead and kind of focus on it. The strategy at Wheeler Peak was hydrate on the way up, taking my time when needed. And just focus on footwork heading down. So, even way more important today. Trying to avoid any re-injury or anything that's gonna impact the rest of my trip here. Still got a lot of awesome sights to do. All right, I'll show y'all more later. I'm gonna head up the trail. So far, so good. I don't know how far I've come. Perhaps a mile, maybe less. Got to see the sun come up. It's kind of in a race, like the sun was trying to rise over the horizon and I was moving up in elevation, getting a better look at it. That was pretty cool. Obviously out of breath and sweating. It's gonna be, like I said, you know, super windy, as it always is apparently up here at Guadalupe Peak. So I brought lots of layers, and it's gonna be a constant, like you know, putting stuff on, taking stuff off. I just kind of was sweating real bad and unzipped my jacket at least. Maybe about time to take the jacket off, but I'm feeling good, so I don't really want to stop to do that. Sometimes it's nice to get on a trail that immediately leaves kind of all view of civilization. But I can still see my rental car down there. But at the top of this steep section, I think we'll round the other side and lose that, which I'm fine with. I don't need that comfort right now. I'm just enjoying this. There's been times where the wind's blowing in my ears and it's kind of uncomfortable. I brought ear warmers on this trip, toboggan also, but didn't bring them on this hike. Maybe that was a mistake. I do have a hood on a rain jacket that I could put on. I've seen a couple of people with that. You know, a lot of hikers are super gear junkies, and that may disqualify me of saying that I'm a climber. It's by saying that I don't really care about gear. It's nice to have certain things. I guess if I had to pick one thing that I want the best of, it would be socks. Protecting your feet from blisters. Super important. I guess shoes right along with that. I've been wearing some Solomon shoes that a lot of people had recommended, and they seem pretty good. They're low, they're not boots, they're trail running shoes. They seem super sturdy. Like the laces on them that tighten up real well. Hiking poles. Yeah, I'll kind of, especially as I'm getting older, and especially on the way down, I'll be needing those to save my knee. Actually both knees, but especially that surgical knee. And then water. It's all about water, really. I probably have a gallon of water, which is more than I need for this. And it weighs me down, but you know, as I drink it, and I'm trying to drink it more so on the way up than later on, my pack will get lighter. In fact, this day pack I got on is practically as heavy as some of my backpacking trips when I try to go light. So, I don't know, bring what you want on a hike like this in terms of gear, but most importantly, just bring the right attitude, the right positive approach to things. Really soak it in. Don't focus so much on being out of breath or hurting or how much further you have to go. Just make sure you stop and catch your breath and just enjoy the beauty that's out here. And it's really everywhere if you're ready to look for it. But I do have a long ways to go, so we'll see how I keep this positive attitude as my legs get tired. But I think I can. All right, I'll give you another look a little bit later. Peace. Pretty much had the same view the whole time up the switchbacks through here. Keeping an eye back at my rental car, but I think I've reached the saddle, or whatever you call it. Heading around the backside of this crag here and up to the summit still. The steepest stuff might be kind of behind me. I've been getting real hot because on the sunny side, I'm spending a lot of energy. I assume I'll dry my sweat off here. A lot more wind on this side, some shade. But it's exciting because every little change in the trail means you're making progress. This trail has some false summits, so I'm not sure when I'll have my first view of the summit. But I'm not really concerned about that. I know I'm on the trail. I know where the trail leads, and I know I'm not there yet, so it's just moving forward one step at a time. Just passed a big group of young kids, not young kids, but you know what I was 20 years ago hiking on trails. Maybe I'm doing all right if I'm passing by them. I think I really like this trail. The mountains are awesome. They've got some really cool shape. Some rocky spires across the valley on the other side of the visitor center. It looked really awesome from this trail. Plant life here doesn't close you in. You still got these expansive views. But the hillside's not bare either. It's kind of like the perfect combination. Legs actually feel really good after coming up that steep section. I'm not dragging yet. Guess I'll save that for the way down. But time to keep heading on. Talk to you later. Really beautiful section of this trail. Not that all the others aren't either. Probably getting close to the backcountry campsite up here, which is around 3 miles in. I'm not quite there, but I'm doing well. Haven't had any breaks yet, even filming these. I just keep walking. I'm just excited to get to the summit. When I get there, maybe I'll rest a little, eat some food, maybe take my time coming down, watching my footwork. I don't want to get ahead of myself though. Still got a ways to go. My right leg kind of feels just as strong as my left leg right now. That's really encouraging. By the time this summer comes around, and I got plans to climb Boundary Peak, Nevada, Humphreys Peak, Arizona, Mauna Kea, Hawaii. I'm hoping I'll be fit and ready for those. It'll be harder than this. But in the meantime, I'm proud to be here, to be doing this. I've put in some work. I've slacked at times. I've lost motivation at times. That's not good. But I'm not giving up. I think this hike will encourage me to keep on pushing. Get back to where I once was, and maybe even stronger than that. Everybody says age is only a number. And 43 is a big number, but I got time still. Even if I can't get to the summit of all 50 states, I'm not going to be looking at myself like a failure. It's really about taking advantage of opportunities to pursue the things that I love. And this is definitely one of those opportunities here. Yeah. Wow. It's just such a cool mountain, cool hike. God, so many of these high points are amazing hikes. Well, one step in front of the other. Keep on moving forward. Keep on moving higher. I'll see y'all in a bit. Waypoints on the trail. I did pass the campsite, so I'm in the final mile. Pretty cool little bridge there. Could be a false summit ahead, but certainly it's not far from it. Rock on. Woo-hoo-hoo. Guadalupe Peak, number 33. Made it halfway, all the way up to the top. That's an awesome hike. I love that. Views, the variety. I don't think I recorded any coming up through some of the trees. El Capitan, another famous way we came in. Wow. And the wind's not insane, so maybe I can find a good spot up here, get out of the wind and relax a little bit, hydrate, refuel, eat some breakfast. About 2 hours to get up, that's not bad. 2 miles per hour. I'd say my knee's showing it's doing pretty well in recovery. Got a ways to go. I felt some knocks in it occasionally. Of course, we'll see how it goes heading down. But I'm going to take it slower going down. Proud of myself. You know, it's hard to say that because, you know, you want to always be critical of yourself, push yourself harder. But I think 9 months ago I couldn't put any weight on my legs. Spent 6 weeks weightless, non-weight bearing. Gained a bunch of weight, lost a lot of muscle mass. Still got a ways to go on building muscle back in my quads. But I'm proud to have come this far, and there's no reason to turn around. I mean, other than turn around on this mountain and head down, but no reason to turn around in this recovery, in this pursuit. Just love that view though, right in there. All that contour of those little hills. Man. Guadalupe Peak. Highest point of Texas. Man. I'll probably reflect a little bit on the way down. May share some more. But this is incredible. Alright, it's time to take a little break. Yeah. I've come a little ways down from the summit, unless I missed the campsite, which is possible. I may not even be a mile down, but I feel like I may have passed it without seeing it. But just kind of reflecting back on, you know, what my day has been like. Started off, you know, 4 a.m. getting up, driving an hour and 40 minutes or so from El Paso in the dark, and then setting off on the trail, dawn, watching the sun rise over the horizon in the first half mile or so up the steep switchbacks. And then it was just keeping it moving, right? That's how you climb a mountain, one foot in front of the other, one step at a time, taking care of your legs, your body, hydrating. And I made it. About to pass by somebody. I'll just kind of keep it going. Hi. Morning. Yeah, and I actually haven't changed layers at all on the hike. I'm seeing people come up in shorts and a t-shirt. I'm in my puffy winter jacket. And I've gotten hot, unzipped, cool down. Wind helps with that. The summit itself was kind of periodically very gusty. And then it would kind of calm down. Ears and hands were a little cold at the top, but I was definitely pumping with adrenaline from just being super proud and content getting to the summit. I knew I would, you know, I had confidence. It's not like that. It's just, this was the first big test really for my knee, and you never know. Going down is definitely what I worried about most, and I said I would take it slow, and yet I think I'm moving at a pretty good pace heading down also. There's been some steps that make me nervous. There's been times where I've had to kind of plant a little bit harder than I thought I should. Feel a little bit of the tightness maybe on those. So I definitely should have a little bit more caution. felt some early signs of cramping in my hamstring and even my calf. So maybe I didn't do a good enough job hydrating. I think it probably goes back to yesterday evening. I did not do an adequate job of fully getting my body hydrated and prepared for this. I've been drinking on the walk, but it may have been a little too late for that. Or maybe my legs are just, you know, a little bit out of shape still, and it's just a little bit stressful on them, like hiking is. But I am really appreciative that my legs can do this again and take me to these places and allow me to feel what I'm feeling right now. Like, it'd be cliche to say, oh, I'm feeling like super alive, and I don't know that I don't feel that other times, so like, that's not really the phrase that I would use. I think it's more about happiness and your feelings about yourself, your confidence in yourself, and being content with your life. So many people, you know, hate who they are, or hate the circumstances they're in, or want to change things about their life but don't take the initiative to do it, or don't have the means to do it, or maybe their body doesn't allow for it. I've certainly been fighting depression in my recovery because it's taken away almost all the things that make me happy. You know, thank goodness there's family, thank goodness there's music and friends that have helped keep my spirits up. But when I'm alone on a mountain like this, doing challenges like this, there's something different about that. Sorry, my left arm's getting a little tired, so I switch it up. One of my favorite things about summiting a mountain like this is, like, what, 8,700 feet is good, but there's so many other mountains, you know. I'll get on to the next one real soon. I got some more people I'll pass by. Hi, y'all. Still got some amazing things to do on this trip. Can't wait to get back to Utah, Arches. Still gotta go to a national park I've never been to, Black Canyon of the Gunnison. Get another chance at climbing the big dune at Great Sand Dunes also. So I've got a lot to look forward to on this, but in terms of mountains, this next summer is going to be a big one. You know, I'm at 33 high points now. I've got plans to try to get 3 more this summer, 3 top 10 ones. And none of those are going to be as easy as this. And this obviously wasn't super easy, but hi, how are you?
Get any windier, is it?
No, not at all. Summit's not windy.
How you doing?
Awesome. How are you?
Great.
Yeah, I'm really excited to try Boundary Peak. It might be the first one on the on my list that has some kind of challenges to it that are different than what I've done. It's got challenges to get there, up the dirt road, rocky dirt road, but then the trail was far less established than this. Yeah, that's it. Made it back down. A little bit less than 5 hours, maybe, with 20 to 30 minutes at the summit that I hung around and had breakfast. So I made good time. I think I was the first person on the summit and probably passed, I don't know, 60 people on the way down, especially once I got down below around the bend. A lot of people struggling up the switchbacks, and I can understand that, but crazy to see people unprepared, you know, shorts and t-shirt, carrying one little plastic water bottle in their hand. Hopefully they do okay and have the sense to turn around when they need to, or they make it to the summit. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. But great hike, fantastic hike. 33rd high point, and this ranks up there with some of my favorites of them. The trail, the mountains, the plant life around. It's definitely up there. It was a great one. But I got to drive back to El Paso and meet back up with my wife and kids. Whew. Thank you to them to letting me do this today. It was great. So I'm glad I got to share with you and tell you that science rocks. Peace.